If you're looking to buy a new build home, you might have heard that you don't need a buyer's agent to represent you. But today, I'm going to give you a few things to consider, and I hope you'll hear me out all the way to the end as to why you might want an agent to represent you as the buyer. The builders have agreed to pay for the buyer agent representation. This is great news for you because that means it's not going to cost you money out of pocket to have representation. And personally, I think that's pretty cool that the builders are willing to do that. Now, I can't guarantee that's the way it is with all builders in the entire country, but I can tell you right now in May of 2025 in East Valley, Arizona, most of the builders, if not all, are going to pay the buyer agent commission. Let's go a little bit deeper because there is a common misconception out there that I want to clear up. You might be thinking to yourself right now, oh, I've got an idea. If I don't use a buyer's agent, then the builder wouldn't have to pay the commission, and then I could get the price on the house lower. Well, I understand why you would think that, but most of the time, that's just not true. I'm sorry. The builder has built the price of the agent commission into their overall cost for this home. And so when they pay the buyer's agent, then it's an expense for them and they can expense that, right? But it's very different when it comes to lowering the price of the house. And let me explain why. Builders are not too keen on lowering the price of homes. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't be done, but most of the time, like I said, they're not too hot on the idea. And let me explain how that's very different than a resale market. You see, in a resale market, you have a seller, which is a single individual who wants to sell their home. Now, their reason for selling the home could be all kinds of things. And what we see a lot of times in this market, when homes are selling slower, that the people who are selling their homes, they're selling their homes for a very specific reason. Maybe they're relocating. So they want to get out of this house and onto the next house as quick as possible. So when you have a buyer agent represent you, they're going to be your best bet at negotiating on that resale home. Now, the seller of that resale home is really only worried about themselves. So because they're only concerned about their situation and how they need to sell that house and get on to the next house for whatever reason, could be a variety of reasons, they're not thinking of the impact that it has on the neighborhood and the next sale. You see, one of the things that agents do is they use what's called comps, which is a comparable sale in the neighborhood. So when the next home is sold in that neighborhood, the agent that's representing a buyer is going to look at the comps and they're going to see, well, what sold? How much did the house next door sell? Or how much did a similar home or the same floor plan sell most recently? And they're going to use that as a basis for their negotiation. Then that comp becomes what we would call like a baseline for pricing. Now, what's different about a builder is in the neighborhood, when the builder is building quick move-in homes, or what we also call spec homes, when they're building those, they own them. And then they've also got lots that they want to sell. So if they were to lower the price, then that sets a baseline for the other houses that they own in the neighborhood that they don't want to get that low price for. So that's why you'll find a lot of times the builders are not too keen on price negotiations. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't lower the price for a home. I've seen all kinds of things recently in this market. Right now, at this minute, I know a builder that has a quick move-in home on the market that is $25,000 below the base price, and it has upgrades in it. So it's a big discount. They really want to move this particular home. And so there are deals that you can find out there like that. You know who's going to help you find those kind of deals? Your buyer's agent. This is another reason why it's a great idea to work with a buyer's agent. So now that we cleared that up, understand that the builder sales agent represents the builder and the builder's interest. Now, that doesn't make them bad people. They're great people. Remember, they're the people that's going to pay for your buyer representation. So they're good people, but, they're not going to tell you everything that you might want to know about that development or other competing developments. For example, there might be a floor plan at this development that you like, but it's a touch out of your price range. but your agent's going to know, hey, you know what? There's a very similar floor plan at this other development, which just happens to be across the street or a couple miles away, that has a similar floor plan, but at a lower price point. Your agent's going to know things like that, and they're going to be able to direct you to those opportunities. I personally have spent countless hours at the developments here in the East Valley of Arizona. I have a very excellent grasp on the different floor plans and different options, the builder incentives, which, by the way, there are a ton of builder incentives right now on quick move-in homes. So maybe you're thinking like, oh, I don't know if I want a new construction home because I don't want to wait. Don't worry. The builders are building some quick move-in homes. There are some incredible low interest rate, like way lower than what you would find on a resale right now, interest rate opportunities, plus closing cost incentives and all kinds of other goodies that are going on right now in our market. That's another reason why you would want to work with a buyer's agent, because they have a good understanding of what's available, not just at the development you're looking at, but other developments. And we have a lot of them in the East Valley right now, as a matter of fact. That's great news for you. Also, again, on the theme of the builder representing the builder, they might not tell you things about the development that you may or may not like. For example, they might not make you aware of the development being in a flight pattern or being next to a freeway that's kind of loud. And these are the kind of things that I like to make you aware of. For example, an agent might say something like, oh, this is conveniently located by the 24. I don't know about you, but me personally, I'm a freeway girl. If I'm your agent, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions like, where's your job? Where are you commuting to? Maybe you work from home. And so quick access to the 24 is going to be on the weekends. But if you're the person that is commuting, let's say to Scottsdale from Queen Creek, and you're going to go, your plan is to go on the 24 to the 202, I would want to let you know, hey, what time do you go to work? Is it 8 o'clock? Because that area gets very congested at that hour. Is that something that's going to bother you? And if they say no, great. And then if they say yes, then maybe we might look at somewhere else. Maybe it's quicker access to the 60. And so that's going to allow you to get to work quicker. These are the kinds of things that when I get to know you and I ask you certain questions, I can help match you up with the builder that's going to fit your lifestyle, your commute, and all those good things. And I don't assume, some things that bother one person may not bother another. For example, I happen to live in a new construction development in a flight path, and it doesn't bother me. I have 2 9-year-old twin boys, and they actually get super excited when they see the planes come in, especially at night because planes are all lit up. I don't know, the noise, I just turn it out. It doesn't even bother me. So if somebody said, oh, this house is in a flight path, that doesn't bother me. But to somebody else, it might. These are the kinds of things that I like to get to know you and learn about. Another reason why you might want to consider a buyer's agent is because buyer's agents can help you understand the contract and the terms associated with your purchase. For example, earnest money. Okay, so earnest money is the money that you're going to put up front when you write the contract. All the builders have different requirements about earnest money. Some want a little, some want a lot. In the East Valley, I know of one development who only wants $1,000 earnest money, and then another one, across the street, they want $14,000, and some want 3%, and they're all different. Your agent can help you understand the terms and the parameters surrounding that earnest money. For example, if for some reason in the 11th hour your financing falls through, are you going to get that earnest money back? That's very important. Or if you are building a home, you're getting a home that's customized to you. Another reason why I love new construction is you can customize all kinds of things. You want to make sure you understand all the things that go into a longer build time, maybe 8, 9, 10, 12 months. You want to make sure that you understand the parameters around that. Here's a quick story. I have a friend who did not use a buyer's agent. Purchase of the new home was technically contingent on the sale of her other one, except builders typically, they're not really interested in what we call contingencies to sell. So when you need to sell your property in order to buy the new house, she knew she needed to sell her house, but I don't know if she told the builder. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. She didn't call me. She totally should have. But she went ahead and she put her $18,000 earnest money down. And then her house did not sell by the time the construction was completed. And so she ended up not getting the new construction house and losing all $18,000. That's not a good thing. We don't want that to happen to you. We want to make sure that we have an agent representing you who is going to help outline all the terms and conditions and all the things that are going to go into the sale of this new construction home, because it's not exactly the same as a resale home. I'm in the East Valley and I've lived in the East Valley since 1999. I absolutely love the East Valley. If you are relocating, or maybe you're local and you just really want a new construction home, and that's my focus. I have a really great grasp of the different developments, the incentives, incredible incentives, by the way, that the builders are offering right now on quick move-in homes. Unbelievable financing. If you'd like someone to represent you and you'd like that someone to be me, or at least you want to have a call and explore it, see if we're a good fit for each other, give me a call or text at 480-789-0794. I would love the opportunity to match you up with a builder and a home that is perfect for you and your lifestyle.